What if I told you over the next few months, I'm going to show you every decision, every debate, and every challenge, and every breakthrough involved in rebuilding a business website? After it's finished, not as a polished case study, while it's actually happening, because that's what we're about to do. And with the permission of our clients, some existing, some new clients, we're going to rebuild and refresh their websites completely in public. Every strategy session, every homepage decision, every conversation about messaging, and every challenge, every lesson we learn, we're going to document. Why? Because I think there's far more value in showing people how we think rather than simply showing them a shiny finished website. Most agencies only ever show the before and after. You never get to see what happens in the middle, the learning, the reconfiguring, and that's where all the interesting stuff lives. Here's something I've realized over the last few years. Most websites don't fail because they're ugly, they fail because they're unclear. Businesses spend thousands of pounds on beautiful design, amazing photography, great animations, fancy graphics. But then the visitor lands on their homepage and within a few seconds they're asking themselves, what do these people actually do? Is this for someone like me? Can they solve my problem? What should I do next? If those questions aren't answered quickly, they're gone. Not because you're a bad business, not because your service isn't excellent, simply because clarity lost out to confusion. And confusion rarely converts. So we're starting off with a client of ours called PaperClick. PaperClick has been helping organizations digitize documents for years. If you ask them what they do for a living, they'd say we scan documents, which is true. But here's the interesting part. Nobody actually wants document scanning. People want to find files instantly. They want to protect decades of information. They want compliance. They want remote access. They want to stop wasting hours looking through filing cabinets. Scanning is simply how PaperClick delivers those outcomes. That tiny shift in thinking changes everything. A few months ago, I started revisiting Donald Miller's StoryBrand framework. One sentence kept jumping out at me. The customer is the hero and your business is the guide. And I realized so many websites accidentally make themselves the hero. Talk about our company, our history, our services, our expertise. Meanwhile, the customer's thinking, that's lovely, but what about me? So throughout this series, we're asking a different question. What problem is the customer trying to solve? Because if we can answer that clearly, everything else becomes easier. The homepage, the navigation, the service pages, even the calls to action. Now you might be wondering, why would a client let you do this in public? It's a fair question. The answer is trust. PaperClick believes that if this journey helps other business owners build better websites, then it's worth sharing. And I couldn't agree more. We're living in a world where people are tired of polished marketing. People want authenticity. They want to see how decisions are made. They want transparency as well. That's exactly what we're hoping to create here. You'll see ideas that work. You'll see ideas we throw away. You'll probably see us change our minds more than once. Because strategy isn't a straight line. It's a process of discovering what really matters to the customer. Now, this series isn't just for people who need document scanning, obviously. In fact, it's hardly about document scanning at all. If you're an architect, a solicitor, an accountant, a builder, a church even, I do a lot of work with churches, or any business with a website, the principles we're discussing apply to you too. Because every business has customers, every customer has problems, and every website should make it obvious how those problems get solved. So as we collaborate with PaperClick for this very first website rebuild in public, over the coming episodes, we'll explore questions like why architects don't actually buy document scanning, why law firms don't actually buy OCR, why nobody wakes up wanting secure shredding, why your homepage has about 5 seconds to make a first impression, how StoryBrand changes the way we rewrite websites, how artificial intelligence is changing the way customers search online, why clarity is becoming more important than cleverness. And you'll see exactly how we're applying these lessons to the PaperClick website as we go. Sometimes the episodes will be strategic, some will be practical, some will simply be conversations about what we're learning. But every episode will have one goal: to leave you with at least one idea that you can take away, apply to your own business. And can I be honest? I'm excited about this. Not because we're building another website. We build websites all the time. I'm excited because this feels different. Instead of me disappearing for 6 weeks and coming back with a finished product, we're opening the door and saying, come and watch. You'll see the thinking. You'll see the discussions. You'll probably see the mistakes. And hopefully you'll realize that building a great website isn't about having all the answers from day one. It's about asking better questions. That's something I'm still learning myself. And I hope you'll enjoy learning alongside us. If you're a business owner or someone who's ever looked at their own website and wondered, could this be working harder for me? Then I think you're going to enjoy this series. I'd love you to subscribe and follow the journey. Leave a comment and tell me what frustrates you most about business websites. What makes you leave a website almost immediately? Or what earns your trust? I'd genuinely love to know, because those conversations will shape future episodes too. Next time, we're going to start with one of the biggest mistakes I see on business websites. Businesses talk about themselves. Customers are looking for themselves. And that one simple shift can completely transform the way your website performs. I'll see you in episode 2.